Well, in Arizona, the governor is a Republican. His name is Doug Ducey. And just like almost all the other Republican governors, Doug Ducey has gone out of his way to make sure that his state thinks of him as a Trump guy, that his state, Arizona, thinks of Governor Ducey as being very, very close to the president. Here's Arizona Governor Doug Ducey, for example, bragging this summer that President Trump and Vice President Pence call him so often on his cell phone, offering the state of Arizona help on COVID issues. Here's him explaining publicly that he, the governor, had to change the ringtone on his phone. So when the president or the vice president called him on his cell phone, it wouldn't ring normally anymore. When they called, it would play "Hail to the Chief." So when he heard that in his pocket, he could stop everything and take it, because that would mean it was President Trump or Vice President Pence personally calling him on the line.
Well, first, I want to say that I've got a relationship with the president, and when there's a need in Arizona, I talk to him directly. My senior staff knows this. We've had so much outreach personally from both the president and the vice president that I had to change the ringtone on my phone, and it rings "Hail to the Chief," because I didn't want to miss another phone call directly from the White House.
The governor of Arizona's cell phone plays "Hail to the Chief" only when it's a call directly from the White House, directly from Vice President Pence or President Trump. He bragged that he had to make this change, because otherwise he was missing those calls, and they're very important. You have to pick. Well, today, while President Trump's legal team, Rudy Giuliani, was at the Hyatt arguing that Arizona's election doesn't count and Republican leaders in the state should just throw out all the votes, throw out the election results, and pick Trump themselves instead. While that was happening, Arizona Governor Doug Ducey was down the block officially certifying the results of the real Arizona election, which Joe Biden won. So he was in the process of assigning the state's electoral votes for Joe Biden. And guess what happened in the middle of him doing that? You have to turn up the volume here for a second. Listen closely, but listen, it's like 5 or so seconds into this. Just listen to what happens in the governor's pocket and then watch what the governor does. The governor is in the process of certifying the election results in the state of Arizona for Joe Biden when the vice president or the president calls him on his cell phone. And we know this because you can hear that it's "Hail to the Chief" that plays as the ringtone. He pulls the phone out of his pocket, briefly looks at it, silences it, and puts it face down on the table and keeps signing the certification. Do you think that they knew that's exactly what he was doing at that moment? And that he would send them to voicemail? Ugh, go away, not now.